The anti-Semitic decision of the International Court in The Hague is a modern Dreyfus trial, and it will end the same way. 130 years ago, the French Jewish officer Alfred Dreyfus was falsely accused of treason by a biased French court. In response to these false accusations, the great French writer Émile Zola wrote his monumental essay, J'accuse. He accused the French court of anti-Semitic lies against an innocent officer who was later exonerated of all guilt. Now an international court in The Hague, also headed by a French judge, is repeating this outrageous offense. It is falsely accusing me, the democratically elected Prime Minister of the State of Israel, and Israel's former Defense Minister, Yoav Gallant, of deliberately targeting civilians. This when we do everything in our power to avoid civilian casualties. We issue millions of text messages, phone calls, leaflets to the citizens of Gaza to get them out of harm's way, while the Hamas terrorists do everything in their power to keep them in harm's way, including shooting them, using them as human shields. The court in The Hague accuses us of a deliberate policy of starvation. This when we've supplied Gaza with 700,000 tons of food to feed the people of Gaza. That's 3,200 calories for every man, woman, and child in Gaza. And these supplies are routinely looted by Hamas terrorists who deprive their people of much-needed food. Yet just in the last few weeks, Israel facilitated the vaccination of 97% of the people of Gaza against polio. This doesn't prevent the court of accusing us of genocide. What in God's name are they talking about in The Hague? The truth is simple. No war is more just than the war that Israel has been waging in Gaza after Hamas attacked us unprovoked, launching the worst massacre against the Jewish people since the Holocaust. The decision to issue an arrest warrant against me, the democratically elected Prime Minister of the State of Israel, and our former Defense Minister, was made by a rogue prosecutor who's trying to extricate himself from sexual harassment charges, and by biased judges who are motivated by anti-Semitic sentiments against the one and only Jewish state. These judges did nothing. They did nothing against the real war crimes committed against the millions who've been murdered or uprooted by the dictatorships in Iran, Syria, and Yemen. Instead, they falsely accused the one democracy in the Middle East, Israel, thereby imperiling the right of all democracies to defend themselves against murderous terrorists and tyrants. Nor did the court do anything against the Hamas terrorists who raped our women, beheaded our men, burned babies alive in front of their parents, and kidnapped hundreds of men, women, and children to the underground dungeons of Gaza. They're still holding 101 hostages, citizens of many lands, including the United States. Come to think of it, the court did issue one arrest warrant against Hamas. Now hear this. They issued an arrest warrant against the corpse of the Hamas arch-terrorist Mohammed Dev. His corpse. What an absurdity. No biased anti-Israel decision in The Hague will prevent the State of Israel from defending its citizens. And I want to thank our many friends around the world, especially those in the United States, who've condemned this outrage and who have said that this decision will have severe consequences for the ICC and those who cooperate with its decision. Israel will not recognize the validity of this decision. We will continue to do everything we must do to defend our citizens and defend our state against Iran's axis of terror, Iran and its terrorist proxies, which include Hamas, Hezbollah, the Houthis, and others. Our enemies are your enemies, and our victory will be your victory, the victory of civilization over barbarism and tyranny.
Thereby turning their back on the reality, because there are people that, if dead, you can wake them up when you make some coins to, noise of coins or noise of money or cripsy, noise of new Naira note. Yoruba man will wake up before they say this Igbo. But this time around, we've actually seen the tribe that have loved money, that has loved money to the detriment of their kinsmen, to the detriment of people's blood. Look at the kind of politics we are seeing this time around. Nigeria is stood down with hunger, bad governance, and bad government. government deficiency everywhere, but still Yoruba man is busy being giving bills to import a container 25 million. The bills, the amount it costs to import a container before is just 4 million, 3 million. Today it is tripled 4 times, Yes, the percentage is 4 times because it's 22 million now, 45 million, 30 million. And the Yoruba man is a customs officer in charge, Comptroller General in Nigeria. They are in charge of immigration everywhere. Yoruba man is the IG of police everywhere. Chief of General Staff is he. One dead, Lagwaja, another one replaced. The Yoruba man. They are everywhere. These people are too greedy. And they are telling you that Igbo man is the only one that is blah, blah, blah. Yoruba man has no love. No love, single love for Igbo man. If not that we're paying our house rent here, Yoruba man shouldn't have allowed us. They shouldn't allow Igbo man to stay here. We are here because of our money. We are making use of our money. And it has played out. Look at, instead of at least doing justice for the South, when Buhari was there, he fielded everywhere with the North. Today now, the only Southerners we have in this government are the Yorubas. They have forgotten the Yoruba, forgetting Efik, forgetting the Igbo.
Is that why Asadu Kubo said they are betrayed?
He's very, very annoyed with Yoruba nation. Asadu Kubo called them names, and are they saying anything about it? Ononoga is supposed to say something about it. Ononoga is just licking his wound as a coward. Ononoga, a man that attacked Igbo on August, that Igbos were the one causing trouble, causing about protests. God is punishing him. It is his own news, the next. That Ononoga is a very wicked man. He's too wicked over the Igbos. Yes. That Ononoga of a man, that is Obi, that is Igbo, the obedient, the IPOB, are the one that are coming to Southwest to destroy everywhere in Lagos.
So Obi is the Trump of Nigeria.
Yes, Obi is the Trump of Nigeria. And you can see Obi now, the Trump of America has resurrected. So American Trump will come to Nigeria and make sure that Nigerian Trump will take over the mantle of leadership this time around from Jagaban. Because all we have here is the kind of democracy that thrive in Africa. The Nigerian democracy is quite different, quite distinctive from American democracy. American democracy is based on a legacy laid down by George Washington in 1776. When actually they conducted the election, George Washington won, based on the fact that Washington is what? The right merited person then in 1776. And today they follow that line of believing on what the man, an ideologist, a philosopher that initiated democracy on earth, actually laid down as foundation. George Washington became a president on a platter of gold, just as like what happened last week. Americans voted for their right choice. That was since 248 years ago of democracy in America. And today, it works that way. In Nigeria here, Ghana must go democracy, Ndebia democracy, ethnic bigotry, everything is within Nigerian democracy. We don't have democracy here. So shame unto you, Nigerian politicians. Shame unto you, Nigerian political thieves, armed robbers and rogues that have rubbished the image, the legacy left by Socrates, a Greek philosopher, I think, that actually initiated democracy. We are denying his soul, we are denying his spirit, because what we are doing here, practicing here is not democracy. I'm telling you.
Okay, finally now, looking at, still talking about the position, of the Nigerian army on the newest emergence of another sect in the north. The northern politicians who was trying to move Sharia law through the back door recently in the National Assembly, are they actually not working together with, this Islamization armed military that are rising up on daily basis, seizing communities, seizing military positions, killing Nigerian soldiers and the rest of them, with the aim to advance further? Are you not? Is it not high time Bola Ahmed Tinubu, take the right decision?
Let me tell you, my brother. You see, if Nigeria could be United States of America, the people that are sponsoring the bill of Sharia law and the Islamization of Nigeria in the upper house and lower house should be arrested. FBI should have swooped on them because they are the invitees. They are the ones that are inviting the Lukrawas, the ISWAP, the bandit and Boko Haram from Sahel Africa, Sahel countries of Western Africa. They are the one that have invited them as their mercenaries to help them Islamize Nigeria. They have Islamization agenda in mind when Ottoman and Fodio succeeded on Islamizing the whole North in 18th century. And that same Islamization process is moving down to Atlantic Ocean. I mean southern Nigeria. You can see southwest. Southwest is down already. Southwest has been Islamized. Yes, you have large numbers of what? Muslims here. So there's no way you can say they have not gotten southwest. Yoruba man is so subtle and crafty, flexible, and so on and so and all that. And they fell before Islamization. From the axis of Kwara down to Lagos. Even Ogun State is not spared. Can you? Kwadmo of Osun State. Almost the whole Osun State.
Yes.
So what we are trying to say now is that it's only just Kogi, Benue, Bayelsa, River State, Edo State, Anambra, all the Igbo states, and the River State. They are the remnant, the remaining ones. And they are pushing further to make sure that everybody in Nigeria, both south and west, totally are Islamized.
Are you surprised that Israeli government recently told Nigerian government that they have information of sponsors and Boko Haram sects, of both those ones that are coming and those ones about to come? They have their data, at hand, that they are trying to pass a message about the Christians in Nigeria and of course the Biafrans when the time comes.
Yeah. I'm aware of that, and you can see it with the victorious Trump, coming to at least to the limelight as the 47th United States president. Okay, so that's what I believe, and that Trump must actually fulfill that belief, that fight by Israel, because Israel is going to fight it out in collaboration with Donald Trump administration. Failure to stop these people, the evil axis are coming to infiltrate Western Africa.
Yes.
They have their ideology, they have their their belief at least to fulfill. The ideology is to Islamize the whole Africa, and the sea west is always down. Yes, look at the whole Mali. Mali is an Islamic country. Look at Senegal. Senegal is a Fulani country. What about Gambia? Gambia is a Fulani country. Then we are talking about Algeria, Libya, Morocco. All these are Islamic countries. Talk about Egypt from Northern Africa. And all these countries I just named, they are not called North Africa because in their southern region of Algeria, they are black. Southern region of Libya, they are black. And so on and so forth. Even Sudan. Sudan has been run over. Therefore, you see, Southern Sudan, they have succeeded on Islamizing Southern Sudan. The current war going on now in Sudan is an Islamization war. And they are trying to win. They are almost winning. So what I know is that America, Israel, they will never allow it to be like that because we have large numbers of Christians in Nigeria. Not even only in Southern Nigeria. In Northern Nigeria, we have larger number of Christians there than Muslims.
For that wonderful question, the anchor of this good platform. First and foremost, I want to say, Simon Ekpa has come out to say, or has outlined countless times that he said that the Nigerian government cannot win Biafra with a barrel of gun for the second time. Now when he said that, see, Nigerian government cannot win Biafra with a barrel of gun, it means that nobody needs to die for them to exit Nigeria. Now, Ojukwu fought Biafra in a different dimension. Now, nnamdikanu did it via his own dimension. So Ekpa is taking it globally. And now, we've seen world body recognize Biafra. We've seen the UN and then some other global body have come out to endorse the Biafra struggle. So kudos to him, it is a plus. Some persons have come out to say that Simon Ekpa should be discredited, the likes of Ohanes Ndigbo and that of the Southeastern governors. But my question is that you said Simon Ekpa should not be taken serious. Then who should be taken serious? The government who is not willing to protect our people? Is it the people who have refused to speak up when the Igbo man has been marginalized in the country? Is it is it the same governors who have become a tools in the hands of their Fulani master? So for you to even have a character like Simon Ekpa and nnamdikanu to have come out to say enough is enough, that we are tired of this contraption called one Nigerians. It shows that these people have this mindset that see they can no longer be slaves. So for him to have even gone as far as to hire lobbyists that will speak on behalf of Biafra in the world in the UN summit, to me it's a plus, and that alone the voice of Biafrans will be heard globally, and the voice of an Igbo man is also being heard globally. Now let me take it back the line. When Southern Sudan and South Sudan wanted parted ways, nobody killed each other, nobody go through the route of violence. It was done amicably. So Simon Ekpa is doing it amicably for him to convince world leaders that this thing is possible, and when the government of the day, the present government of Nigeria, are not seeing it that way. Thank you. You can also
should the government, should the Nigerian government be worried about it?
Why would they be worried? The same people have sent assassins to kill Simon Ekpa. Now only he has escaped. So see, one thing about it is that the government of the day, they are panicking. There's panic. You know what it is now? Say a particular tribe, a major tribe, to exit your country. You know how an Igbo man is. You know the investment of an Igbo man is in the country. Now imagine in Nigeria without an Igbo man. Let's just imagine that. I mean, dominance. That means the Hausa man would now dominate virtually every government parastatals in Nigeria. So now the reason why the Igbo man is still believe that's Nigeria is because the Igbo man is still in the contraption called Nigeria. But eventually, if the Igbo man leaves, my brother, the Igbo man will know the true meaning of Nigeria, and then we now know who owns Nigeria. Just like what Angwabula said, he said they are not scared of the Igbos parting, exiting Nigerians. That was what he said. He said they are not scared. Indirectly, that means the other tribe would not have sense of belonging in the country. And we know it. We know it. I know it too. And that normal man now has the spirit of dominance. You cannot dominate him. If a Fulani man has the spirit of dominance, for you to dominate him, it will take ages. In terms of population, you cannot dominate them. So one thing is that Ojukwu have foreseen this whole thing. That was why he championed this Biafra struggle. And now, gradually, it is now becoming a reality in this contraction called Nigeria. Now, there are some Igbo men are even tired of the system called Nigeria, just because they feel their brother is still in president. Man, my brother, I can bet you, come 2027, the Yorubas will be championing the Nigerian Republic more than the Igbo man. I can bet you that. That I am very certain of. Agitation. Yes, we will championing because it is certain when their president, when their brother is being kicked away from the presidency, already there is a plot, and which he himself cannot escape. The president himself knows that there's a plot, and then the big shots in the north are forming alliance. You know it. RFI, a powerful influence in the north, is not in the league. Sorry, is not in good terms with the president. And now nobody can take that factor. What RFI did, or else it made Tinubu emerge as the president via his own influence. And then we have also the likes of Angulai, which is the chairman of the Northern Order Forum, he said post that election that the Northern Order Forum supported Tinubu, but come 2027, Tinubu will not get their support. So what does that mean? Now if the average Northern person is not giving the vote, now where will they get the vote? It just come by 2027. The same thing the universe have tagged the Igbos for. Now they will be the master mind of it, because I can bet you by 2027 Yoruba will stop, and that's the slogan that will continue to trend, is that we are tired of the country, we want to follow the suit of the government and exit the country, and then the government now will not take them, tag them for being unserious, because now that the government is championing for the exit, we are saying the government is not serious. There are claims that the government is not serious, but I can bet you when the system will not catch up with you, then you will know why the government has been championing to exit Nigeria. Thank you for always coming.